Picture this. You're the Indonesian government, building a highway through one of Earth's most remote places, while UNESCO sends frantic letters. Construction workers die, and you're carving through an ancient ecosystem that's been evolving for millions of years. This is Papua, Indonesia's eastern frontier. Massive mountains, glaciers, forests so dense they're still discovering new species. The government's plan? Build 4,000 kilometers of highway to connect remote villages, reduce prices, improve healthcare access. But there's a problem. Lawrence National Park, a World Heritage Site with unmatched biodiversity. They're planning to run a major highway right through it. The players? Indonesia's government pushing development. UNESCO raising alarms about this unique ecosystem where glaciers and tropical forests coexist. And local fighters from the Free Papua movement, TPNPB, who see this highway as occupation with bulldozers. December 1st, 2018. Nduga Regency. A construction crew arrives for work. TPNPB fighters were waiting. By day's end, at least 17 construction workers and 2 soldiers were dead. The government's response? The military's in charge now. Suddenly, the Indonesian army wasn't just protecting workers. They were building the road themselves. While military drama unfolds, scientists from Conservation International feed decades of satellite data into computers. Their findings, terrifying. If completed as planned, Papua could lose 4.5 million hectares of forest by 2036. That's bigger than Denmark, gone in just over a decade. This isn't just any forest. It's primeval habitat with species found nowhere else. Lawrence National Park represents nature's greatest hits. Glaciers above, alpine meadows middle, dense rainforest below. The only ecosystem of its kind on Earth, and 250 kilometers of planned road passes right through it. Let's talk money. The latest phase? $220 million in public-private partnerships, contracts to state-owned companies with cozy government connections. But researchers document a pattern. First the road, then plantation concessions, mining permits, logging operations. Those forest loss models weren't random. They predicted this exact chain reaction. UNESCO's been sending warnings since 2011. Do environmental assessments. Consider the risks. Indonesia's response? These are just roads connecting districts, but UNESCO knows what follows roads: logging trucks, plantation companies, mining operations. Through military operations, environmental warnings, and corporate contracts, one voice gets drowned out: Indigenous Papuans who actually live there. The government claims communities were consulted and will benefit. Independent researchers tell a different story. Limited consultation, deep concerns, fears of losing ancestral lands. Here's what nobody wants to say. Indonesia has a history of building roads through indigenous areas. Those areas don't tend to stay indigenous very long. The Army says completing the road is essential for security and welfare. Better connectivity improves lives, reduces separatist sentiment. But using soldiers to force infrastructure where people are already suspicious sends a different message. Here's what's mind-bending. This happens while Indonesia brands itself a climate leader. They host climate conferences, sign global agreements, while building what might be one of the most environmentally destructive road projects of our lifetime. Right now, 3,400 kilometers are finished. The military promises to complete the remaining 900. Every month brings more accessible forest for logging companies. Every month of delay brings more pressure to finish this strategic national project. Remote communities absolutely deserve better infrastructure. People deserve healthcare, education. These are real needs. But at what cost? And who gets to decide? The forests are still there, for now. The question is, what are we going to do with the time we have left? Subscribe for more investigations into development versus environment.